In this video, we're going to talk about the last jobs report. Where are we with jobs? Joe Biden at the State of the Union says he's created 12 million jobs. How much of a stretch is that? I say it's quite the stretch, maybe to the point of like 75% a stretch. We'll talk about that, and we'll talk about the numbers that we just got, because there was a loud gasp from Wall Street strategists and economists after this last jobs report. Hey everybody, Damon Roberts here. Welcome on into another video, and I want to remind you this video, as all videos here, are brought to you by Mike Lindell and MyPillow. Use our code LFS6B if you're shopping for Valentine's Day. MyPillow 2.0 with temperature regulating technology would make it absolutely great gift. And right now with our code LFS6B, it's buy one, get one free while supplies last over at mypillow.com/LFS6B. Use our code LFS6B at checkout. That's right, economists all over Wall Street jumping up and down with their reactions more or less in line with absolute sheer shock. You heard anywhere from wow, wow, wow to holy moly, look at these numbers. And with the unemployment rate plunging to 3.4%, matching the lowest in 54 years from 3.6%, while the payrolls report showing an addition of 517,000 jobs, the highest since July, and far above the highest forecast. In fact, a record 9 sigma beat to the median consensus. That shock that we saw, well, was merited if you look at the numbers just solely on their face. But what really happened that everyone was so wrong? How could this be? We were expecting slowing job growth to around 184,000, and we got 517,000? Well, what we know is where the bulk of the increase in U.S. labor came from in the past, and that is virtually no full-time jobs, mostly all part-time jobs. And even putting that aside, what about the January surge in the payroll numbers? Well, what we got was not the January payrolls report. It's the January seasonal adjustment report. And last year, it was 2.9 million. And that January's number would be entirely a function of the seasonal adjustment. Guess what? It was again this year as well. Because while the adjusted payrolls print was an increase of 517,000 jobs, and of course that's the number that Joe Biden ran with at the State of the Union, and that day that it came out saying, oh, look at this. Well, the unadjusted number was, well, oops, negative 2.5 million. That is what Bloomberg chief economist Anna Wong said, quote, the January jobs report showed extremely robust growth, higher than the highest estimate in the Bloomberg survey. If it seems too good to be true, well, that's because it is too good to be true. The gain is mostly due to seasonal factors and revisions to past data. The Fed likely won't place too much weight on this report in formulating policy, end quote. Now, Goldman Sachs said that, quote, the January seasonal factors have evolved favorably in recent years, with a month-over-month hurdle for private payrolls of minus 2,829,000 in January 2022 compared to minus 2,695,000 on average in 2017 through 19. We believe the BLS seasonal factors are overfitting to the Omicron-related payroll deceleration in January of 2022. This is how Goldman showed the seasonal hurdle, i.e. the fudge factor, going into the January print. And the final adjustment factor, plus 517,000 seasonally adjusted number versus the negative 2.5 million unadjusted, which brings us to a record 3+ million seasonal adjustment factor.
Negative 2.5 million lost their jobs post-Christmas season, because that's what they're talking about. BLS said 3 million would have been a normal seasonal adjustment. So they were expecting 3 million, but it only ended up being 2.5. Let's have a party.
And that, my dear viewers, is how you convert a $2.5 million plunge in jobs into a 517,000 market blowout payrolls beat, which allowed Biden this week to brag at the State of the Union just how strong the economy truly is. One big fantastical lie after another. And there you have it. The fudge factor. Always remember the fudge factor when you're getting these payroll numbers from the Biden administration and the Bureau of Labor Statistics. All right, folks, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for joining me in this video. Remember to visit our sponsor, Mike Lindell, MyPillow 2.0. Buy one, get one free with our code LFS6B at checkout, and I'll see you in the next one.